You know what? If you don't come out of this quarantine with either a new skill or studying something that you've been wanting to do or with more knowledge, that's perfectly fine because you are currently going through a historical event that is not in your control. This is not a holiday, so it is perfectly fine if you don't come out as productive. Hi everyone, this is Minnie from Ming Care. Welcome to this little bite-sized podcast. So I actually did a whole video about this topic, but it is not exporting quite well on my laptop. So I still want to post this up, so I'm making this little bite-sized podcast for you. Let me know if you like this kind of format. Now, without further ado, I'm just gonna hop right in. So today we are going to talk about being productive during this trying time. I came across this quote that says, if you don't come out of this quarantine with either a new skill, starting what you've been putting off, like in business, or with more knowledge, you didn't ever lack the time. You lacked the discipline. Now, when I first heard of this quote, I'm gonna be very honest that I actually felt it. I thought it was very right, very true, and my whole lockdown journey was, first week I felt weird about it, but I was still quite motivated. Second week came by, I actually felt the most productive because my birthday was near. Thank you so much for those who have been supporting me on my online live stream on Facebook as well. But let me tell you, the third week really got me. So last week was quite a difficult week for me because I was thinking about this quote over and over and over again, and I felt guilty for not doing anything. Yes, we have more time now, and we have the freedom, some of us, to kind of do the things that we've been wanting to do, things that we've been putting off. It's great if we could achieve those things, but not at the expense of our mental health and emotional well-being. In fact, we are actually going through a grieving process. We are grieving for the loss of our normal routine, normal lifestyle, and also grieving for the people that has been affected. And some of us are also grieving for the loss of our jobs, loss of the touch of people. It is a very difficult time, and when we are in this grieving process, it is very understandable that sometimes we feel those kind of emotions that is so hard to describe. It's a very complex emotions that we are all experiencing right now, and this pandemic is out of our control. And when a person lose the sense of control about the environment and about what they are feeling, it is very easy for us to feel tired, to feel exhausted, because we are constantly working through these emotions. So if today you can't be productive, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Don't be too harsh to yourself. I hope that after this podcast is out, we all can be a little bit kinder with our words to others, and especially to ourselves. So check in with your friends, check in with people around you, and most importantly, check in with yourself. So for me, during this pandemic and lockdown, I keep myself reminded that if I achieve those things on my to-do list, that is great. However, I am not going to compromise my mental health and emotional well-being. And on the other hand, check in with your friends, check in with people that you love, and if they are not doing things that are quote-unquote productive, don't shame them. Instead of asking them whether or not they have achieved their goals or did they tick off their to-do list today, try asking, how are you today? Are you okay today? So I hope that this little bite-sized podcast did help you feel a little bit better and less guilty about being a potato during this lockdown. Or should I frame it better? I hope that you feel less guilty about taking care of your well being first. Now, before I end this bite sized podcast, I would like to share a little quote that was shared by Michelle from DG Michelle, she's also a self care coach. The quote goes, "It's okay if the most productive thing you do today is speak kindly to yourself." I personally think that this is such a powerful quote that I've received today. Thank you so much for listening. See you.